Warning. This program is intended for adults only. What you're about to listen to contains explicit language, sexual topics, and don't be surprised if you get wet.
You've just tuned in to PooseBoss with your host, Victoria Lynn.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Victoria Lynn, and you've just tuned into another mini episode of RandomPoose. And tonight's guest, I am so honored, so excited, because I found this beautiful lady on Bumble Biz. Say what's up.
Hey, y'all.
Introduce yourself, girl.
Hi, so my name is Brianna. I go by Brianna B. And I have a podcast myself. It's called The Queen Pen,
Whoop, whoop.
which is on all platforms.
I love the name. Where'd you come up with the name?
You know what? I thought about Kingpin.
And
And then I was like, okay, I'm going to do Queen Pen, but it won't be about drugs. I wanted it to be like a place where people sit down with me, a queen of many, you know, and
yes, queen,
we just have conversations, everyday conversations.
What do you guys like?
Talk about everything: relationships, sex, life. I just talked about the Amber Geiger situation.
What's that?
So both them. I don't know how to say his last name, but the guy who the cop, the lady. Who,
Okay, wait. Is this the cop that sexually assaulted the young girl?
No, this is the cop that mistook the apartment for hers.
Oh, yes. Okay, so that's the female cop that killed, and his brother went on the stand. I read that. That was emotional as fuck to me.
Yeah, it was.
So if you don't mind me asking, because I'd love to hear your opinion, especially you obviously being a black woman, how do you feel about that?
You know what? I have so many mixed emotions about it.
I can understand that.
About him, like for my podcast, I talked about forgiveness on there. So the main thing was about forgiveness, and like if I was in the brother's shoes, would I have done something like that? I'm like, nah, I don't think so.
No, I think that was really, honestly, I think that was so strong of his brother, and like I wish more people would talk about what his brother did, which if you don't know what his brother did, his brother basically came to her and said that he forgives her and that he does not wish the worst for her. I mean, it was really a beautiful thing, because especially with all this hate in this world, when it comes to especially race, it's beautiful to see somebody take the bigger step is what I like to say in that part. But I don't feel enough people are talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you brought something up like that, because I have been reading about that. But it's funny, though, I also read, because, I mean, at least some justice was served in that case. I mean, she's, but there was another case I read where there was a police officer. This actually happened pretty long ago, about 5 years ago. But I guess he's just going through the process. And he had sexually molested a 14-year-old girl. Oh, wow. At school, confessed, and he only got 2 years of probation, and he didn't have to become a sexual, predator. He wasn't on the predator list as well. Oh, okay. He got 2 years of probation for having a 14-year-old suck his dick. And I was like, is this because he's a white police officer? Right. Like, what the fuck is that? Yeah. That was really disturbing to me.
And the dog, the person that killed the police dog, they got 45 years, I believe.
What?
Yeah. And so it's just really weird how
it's funny how things go. Yeah. And like I even said, like, that one story I just said with the girl, the 14-year-old girl, I looked it up because I was just like, I guess I wanted to see if they were white, to be honest. I did. I wanted to see if they were white. Yeah. So I looked it up, and and it's not just a white person, it's a white woman. And I'm thinking, this 14-year-old girl got assaulted, and a woman is the one who said that gave him this plea deal. Wow. Like, it's a mind fuck. Like,
that's crazy.
If we don't protect our own, if women ain't protecting women, right? We're like underneath men no matter what race, right?
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
So, like, if we don't protect us, who's going to protect us?
Exactly.
That's really cool.
It's sad.
Yeah. That's really cool, though, that your podcast is about all those things. What is the radio station they can hear it on again?
The Good News.
The Good News. The Good News. Okay, I like that.
And to hear it live, you got to download the app. There's an app.
Okay. Download that motherfucking app is what you say.
Okay.
So, I mean, besides all the crazy shit in the world, let's get into, this week's topic.
Okay.
So this week's topic is actually what I like to call Shark Week. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Girl, that's the bloody, bloody, bloody hell.
That's the first thing I thought about was blood.
Well, that's what comes with your period, right? It comes with your period.
Okay.
So, it's funny because we really never talk about our periods, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I guess with your girlfriends you might, but like, does anyone ever talk about like, did you know tampons are bleached?
I didn't know that.
So the tampons we are shoving up our vagina
are bleached
because they are not naturally white. That is bleach that they do. They bleach the tampon so it comes out white, but it should be like a yellow color naturally.
Wow.
Because it's cotton, and cotton is not naturally white.
But what about the cotton tampons that are white? They still bleach those?
Yeah, it's cotton. Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
That's why a lot of people, toxic shock syndrome.
Uh-huh.
So that's why toxic shock syndrome happens.
Because of the bleach.
Because of the body is absorbing what is in the tampon. So we have most women, and even pads have chemicals in them.
Yeah. Those with the Kotex, but they're trying to get those off the shelves.
Yeah.
Those are the worst.
So everything, when it comes to our period, it's like the only thing that is really like not harming is the Diva Cup, but
I can't imagine. I just heard that it smells bad. Like,
okay, so speaking of smelling bad, we gotta start here. Okay, let's start with this one. You start with the smells. When you're on your period, do you think you smell worse? Like, do you smell, like, oh, I know I'm on my period because I smell, like, can you smell yourself?
Yeah, I can smell it before.
Okay.
Like before.
Because I definitely got senses, and I'm like, something's going off, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering if I'm the only one. Like, I'm like, is my pussy just smelly?
Yeah. It's like a day or two before where it starts to kind of smell a little like, oh, okay, my period is about to come.
Well, they say what it is they say basically that as women, once we're going through that, our sense is heightened. So we don't actually, in a sense, smell more. We just smell better.
Oh.
Yeah, so everything during your period, your senses are heightened, everything is here. Which is why we're so crazy, too, because our hormones are going crazy.
Listen, I'm learning something today.
So do you use, I assume, tampons based off?
Yes.
Me too. I mean,
I use pads, too, but to sleep.
Yeah. Like the diaper at night.
Yeah.
I fucking hate the diaper, yo.
I like the infinity ones because they're like really flexible and you can't.
I don't think I've tried those.
The infinity ones, the flex foam ones, those are the best. The overnight ones, I have never had an issue with them.
Really? You ever hear about them period panties?
Yeah.
Would you try? See, here's my thing about those. It's because you're supposed to sit and just let yourself bleed in them, right?
Yeah.
And then wash them, and then reuse them. And I don't know why, but that just sounds...
It just seems like it would get everywhere. Like in my ass, crack.
Definitely. You are right.
Everything. Like, I'm going to just...
You'd be able to paint a picture after you take off those panties.
Yeah.
You can sit down on some white ass, right, paper, and you could, like, lift your ass and make, like, a... That's nasty. That might be a piece of art though right there. We might have to think about this.
Some period blood.
We might be able to sell this shit. Who wants my period art?
Okay. I cannot.
But yeah, do you have really bad cramps on your period?
No, actually I'm one of the lucky ones. I
really?
can probably count like on one hand how many times I've had an actual like cramps like that were excruciating pain.
Oh.
No, when I was younger, but
are you on birth control or anything?
No.
Okay, so let me tell you, I was on birth control since I was like 16, right? Okay. And then recently I just a couple 6-7 months ago.
I did too. I was on it, but
and I said, fuck it. Why am I doing this anyways?
Right.
I mean, I am fucking still, but the thing is I like having that background to be like when they're like, oh, I don't want to use a condom. I want to be like, oh, cool, you want a baby? Right. There's fuck the STDs because they don't seem to care about that.
They don't seem to care about
right?
that.
Like I'm like, oh,
it's just a little shot, a little pill.
Yeah, right.
Like, wow, okay.
Yeah, until it's not a little shot, little pill.
Okay, until you got something you can't get rid of.
Yeah. It's so weird. It's so weird. I've been hooking up lately with some dudes and nobody's bringing condoms. Do you have that problem?
I've had that twice happen to me just recently.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so either you just trust me.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't.
Yeah, I've had to get my own stack of them.
Yeah.
And I just whip them out. I'll be like, oh, it's okay. I got a whole bunch here, baby.
Don't you worry.
Don't
even worry about it.
It went off topic. But back to the period. But when I was off my now that I'm off birth control, my cramps are actually like gone. Like almost gone, and my period's lighter. I'm like, shit, like have they been like fucking with me this whole time, telling me like, because I got on it because they were like, oh, it's gonna help control.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So it made yours lighter.
No, after I got off of it, now it's lighter and less cramps. I mean, I've been on it for girl, I'm 30. I was on it at 16. Now it's like 10 years I've been on it.
Oh, okay.
So I don't really know what my period was like without it.
Yeah.
And it was worse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Mine was irregular. I've always had irregular periods.
Okay. Because you're tiny?
It kind of like, regulated itself out, I think, from being on birth control. Mm-hmm. So, like, now that I'm off of it, I've been off of it for almost a year, and it's, like, regular.
Yeah.
So, until it's not. Then I'm like, oh, I got to get back on here because it's not going to work for me.
So, yeah, I was going to say, do you ever freak out, like, if you miss a period then, if you sometimes are irregular?
In the past, yeah, but I haven't been irregular in years.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Do you you have a girlfriend that like you kind of sync up with, like I do? Like, yeah. We went on a bachelorette party recently, or a whole weekend. Mm-hmm. Why all the bitches' periods were late until we all got there? Almost everybody like ding 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 ding. We were like, what is going on?
That happens. So that's crazy how that happens.
Isn't that crazy how it happens? Mm-hmm. Men have no idea about that synchronicity.
No.
That's why I'm saying women, we're powerful.
Here we are, okay.
If our periods could speak to each other from distance, miles, like these bitches were from the East Coast, I'm on the West Coast. We all, yeah.
That's crazy.
I know, it's so crazy. But me and my best friend, she lives with me, and I swear, she's always like, she's kind of like, her periods are irregular. I think just because she's she's tiny, Mm-hmm. And so like, if her period is late, I will be late, and I'm like, girl, I need to stop thinking I'm pregnant. Like, this is fucked up.
Yeah. Especially, that's scary, too. Being off birth control, I'm always like, oh, my God.
I know. I'm like, if something happens.
A day late, I'm like, oh, my God.
I know. What's going on?
Freaking out.
Do I even have his number anymore?
Okay. That part. I'm like, can I see him as my baby daddy? Yeah, I don't know.
Right, you start thinking all about that. Like, okay, if this really went wrong, though, like, could he at least take care of the kid? Would he be a good daddy?
Right.
Like, I can be a single mom, but how's this going to work?
Exactly.
I've been there. Gosh,
okay. And then being in California, I'm like, oh, it's a little expensive.
Yeah, right? Right? And like, we all know, and you're like, and most of these men really broke, even though they pretend they ain't.
Exactly.
So you don't even know. You think like you hooked up with a dude last night who had this nice place, had a Jag. You like, oh, I'm good. At least we know Daddy got money. And then 7 months later, you realize Daddy ain't got shit.
Got no money.
Yeah, that was a rental from fucking.
That is crazy. Yes, I'm dealing with that currently now.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, you're such a fraud.
See, that's my thing is there's so many frauds in LA.
Yeah.
I mean, there are frauds everywhere though, too, to be honest. And when it comes to money, men are just like, they lie.
Yeah.
And it's like I can see. One time I hooked up this one dude, and I knew that he had rented that shit, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, look, just tell me. Yeah. You rented the car. Right. So he pulled out the registration, right, and showed me his driver's license and shit. But it's still, it was like his brother's or something, because it didn't match up all the way. I said, okay, yeah, it's your car. And I was like, no, it ain't, bitch.
Wow.
And then I later found out, because, do you match on Tinder a lot, or do you do Tinder?
I'm on there, too.
I'm on there, too.
I don't, you know what, I just have it. Just to have it. Yeah. I don't even like swipe anymore.
I swipe well, recently I've been real horny. I'm not even gonna lie. So I've been on that app and Bumble.
It's nobody cute.
Girl, right? I've been swiping so many lefts. I'm like,
I feel like it was like a lot of cute. Like back in the day. I don't know what happened, but I just re-downloaded it. So
they all got women. We fucked. No, just
I was like, oh, it's cuffing season. They probably cuffed up by now. They got their little boo.
Yeah. Like, I've been trying to be cuffed for a season and they ain't happening. They don't want to cuff me.
They don't want to cuff me either.
They're like, she crazy. And on my period, girl, I get fucking in my mind. I don't tell people. Oh, in my head, I'll be wanting, like, I be thinking crazy shit, like making up stories. Like, if you date me, if you're not talking to me, I'm gonna be thinking you're fucking all over the place, like tons of bitches. You're probably partying. You're so cool. And in actuality, you just sitting on your couch. You know what I mean? You're jerking off by yourself. Ain't doing shit. But in my mind, because I'm crazy, it's my period. Like, you don't get crazy, no hormonal?
You know what? I want to say like 2 weeks before my period. That's when I get a bad attitude. I just have an attitude problem. See, everything irritates me.
Yeah, I get that. I get bratty. Like, yeah, I become like, like, that's how I get mad in general. But yeah, when I'm on my period, I was funny because, like I said, my roommate is my best friend, and we were both on our periods, PMS, and the other day, and I had been working, and I came home, and it's her wedding too, so in like a month, so she's like overstressed, and I'm the maid of honor, and I'm just, I come home like I just want to sleep, so I get home and I lay on my bed, and she comes in, and she starts just blah 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 blah, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I'm pissed off, I just want to be left alone, and like, so then her and I just start getting into it. She's like,
wow.
And I was like, I had to text her. I was like, my bad. She's like, I was waiting for your text. I was like, bitch. She's like, you know me so well.
Oh my gosh, that has to be the best.
Yeah, it's funny because we've been friends forever, and like I never in my life thought I would be able to live with her. Yeah. And we've lived with each other for 3 years, almost 4 actually.
Me and my best friend are actually thinking about moving in together.
You know what? I think it can be done. The truth is that one person has to be the one that will lay down. Yeah. Because like the other person is probably going to be a strong one. Like my bestie, she's the strong one. And sometimes it's not worth the fight, And sometimes she's just right and I can't get past her because she knows when she's right, But I think like the biggest thing is just talking and like really communicating. Yeah, because like if she has a problem, she tells me if I have a problem. And we really try to like, even though I've been bad at this because I've been so busy, but we really try to divvy up in a sense the chores with everybody or work together as like a household. And I think that's what it comes down to, Okay. But yeah, amazingly, we have not killed each other yet. And I live with her and her fiance. Okay. Yeah. But he's like he's rad. He's like the male version of me. Okay. He doesn't want to come on the podcast though, but so I keep talking about him. I talked about him in my last episode. I'm just gonna keep talking about him.
Yeah, until he comes on.
Until he comes on, because he's gonna be like, "Bitch, stop talking about me."
Okay, let me speak for myself.
Right. But yeah, I think moving in with your best friend could be cool. Yeah. Yeah, all these weird people out here, There's not many left. Is she from Atlanta too, or?
She's from LA.
Oh, she's from LA. Oh, okay. How'd you meet her?
I met her at Playhouse.
Oh, okay, Playhouse, yeah.
So I ended up going to Playhouse by myself one night, but I knew the promoter that invited me out, so I was like, okay, let me just go by myself, and then we just got drunk, and we ended up just latching on to each other, that just. Ever since then.
So you got balls. I never go out by myself with promoters. Well, just because I'm always afraid that I'm gonna, drink too much. So I like having a roll dog with me.
Yeah. Well, but I know him. I know him. Like I've been knowing him for years. Oh, okay. So I felt comfortable to go.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so one more period question here. Okay. Sex on your period.
I was just Listen, a period doesn't stop anything but a sentence.
Thank you. I love that. A period does not stop anything but a sentence. We need that quoted. Yes,
okay, but I don't know about it being like heavy. Like it can't be heavy. You can't be having sex when it's heavy though.
Yeah, I mean, I hop in the shower.
Well, yeah.
Right? The shower sex a little bit stops. I mean, I've had it where I actually have had it on like day one.
Really?
I had sex on day one, and it was actually, this is so bad. It was in a hotel room, and it came out of nowhere, right? Like, so we were like, well, we're in the hotel room. It's not our sheets, so fuck it. Yeah. So we just kind of went for it, Yeah. But I remember being like, when I like sex on your period, because it's kind of like slippy slidey a little bit more. You know what I mean?
A little bit more wet.
Yeah, which does feel nice. It feels different than lube. There's something about that period blood.
It is. As long as it's not clotty. Yeah. Like, as long as it's not we don't need that.
Girl, my friend freaked out the other day. She goes, oh my God, I just a clot. And I'm like, girl, I've clotted before multiple times. She's like, yeah, but it was like red. And I'm like, it's your period, bitch. Yeah. So it's probably an egg or some shit. I don't know. You ain't pregnant.
Yeah. I'm an advocate for sex on the period.
Have you ever had anyone be like, Ew, no.
No,
me neither.
No. Unless it's like heavy, like,
yeah,
you know, or they'd be like, I mean, your mouth still works. Like, I can't argue with that. I can't.
That's true, but then I'd be like, so if I put a tampon in and I take a shower, your mouth still work too.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I know that sounds nasty, but truth is, it's clogged up.
I mean, or you could just plug it up, and if you into the, you know, the ass.
That's true.
You could do that.
That's true. If you
it's nowhere near.
I mean, that's true. Some ass play can be where you go.
I don't know.
Yeah, my thing is like I see the only reason why I'd be so tight about anal, like literally, like not letting nobody get up in there, basically, is because if I let one person, I feel like I'm gonna end up letting 1,000. Not 1,000, but you know what I mean. She was like, "Oh shit, she just did 1,000." She's like, "What?
1,000?" Okay.
I'm just saying, once I open that hole, I don't think it's gonna go back.
Okay.
So funny.
I'm cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I could see anal being a good, like, substitute for sex.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, I'm not really into, well, I haven't done anal, but, like, every once in a while. Very few. And I just don't understand for the female yet. At least for me, I haven't had the time where I'm like, oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I were to, like, be on my period and they were like, oh, let's have anal, I'd be like, yeah, but what do I get out of it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Unless they're really good at foreplay.
I mean, anal feels good.
Really?
It does. It's just not, you know, that's a man's G-spot. It's not ours.
Yeah.
So once you get past
a certain level,
the first entrance, it's kind of like, okay, it's not bad.
It starts working itself out a little bit.
But you gotta make sure it's lubed up and all of that.
Yeah, well, that's my thing.
You cleaned it out because you don't want to be
doo-doo. Yes. Okay, let's talk about the doo-doo. Yo,
not doo-doo. I cannot.
I mean, I'm just saying, doo-doo stains. They real.
Oh yeah. Don't want that.
That's why I never got like why guys like to anal so much, because I'm like, I know when you're fucking, sometimes you gotta pull out, you gotta see some shit on your dick.
Exactly.
It don't turn you off.
Just even a little bit. A smell. I mean, I know you smell it. You're the one that's back there. I know you smell it more than me.
That's true.
So, yeah, I just would rather stay away.
Stay away from it.
Just stay away.
Well, honestly, on my period too, I can be complete bitch. Well, do you get hornier on your period?
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah.
Lately, I haven't really been paying attention to it.
I'd be horny like super hard on my period. Like I literally will masturbate with a tampon.
Well, yeah, I've done that
because I
before.
gotta get it done. I'm like, I'm horny as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, if he not into it, then what you gotta do?
Or if you ain't got a him, that's my problem right now.
If you ain't got a him.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
I think about that part.
I haven't found some solid yet. I've been looking. But like I said, like how you said, like there ain't nobody out there really. Like I just, and the last person I had sex with.
No,
yeah.
He wasn't doing it. He wasn't
doing it. And like I really thought by looking at him, he could do it. And then like when I started to like it just wasn't there. He didn't know how to take it. Like I like a taker for sure, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I like a little bit of freak to say make me call him daddy and shit, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm all about that.
Yes, okay.
But,
all right. Okay.
But if he ain't doing that, and if he's just like soft, I don't know. It's not that I don't like to make love, because I guess, but like, I think that's like a time and place. But like, I want to have fun.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
And so he just, I'm really sad about my choices right now. They're just dwindling. I even have tried to go out on dates with girls. I'm not even really into girls like that, but I was like, fuck it, let's just see.
Let's try it out. And like, no, did not work for me. Wow.
I mean, I could try it again, but I don't think it's gonna work.
Just no luck.
I just love men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just love men.
But they just be acting up.
I know. Like, that's my thing is, though, I like assholes, though. That's my problem.
Yeah.
I love fucking assholes. Like, if you're not an asshole, you and I aren't going to work. Because I'm an asshole, right? Mm-hmm. So, you need, like, a good asshole.
What's your sign?
I'm a Pisces.
Oh.
What are you?
I'm a Taurus.
Oh, girl! Go. I know all about signs. I read tarot.
I mean, really?
Yeah, girl. I didn't bring my cards tonight, but I got you another time.
Okay.
I'm good. To my own horn.
Okay. I be looking at videos and stuff, like people reading those.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
It's
like,
crazy. It can be really crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, as a Pisces, like, we're meant to be, like, very, like, loving and dreaming and blah, blah. And I can definitely say, like, I want to give. Like, I just want to make my partner so happy and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. But the problem is that I find, because I'm, like, this lover giver, I always end up with men who, like, are emotionally, I don't know, like, it's like they're not that good. They are, but they got to get past. Like, there's a wall. Mm-hmm. I seem to like to climb that wall. I'm like, I'm going to climb that bitch. Yeah. And I get over that wall, and sometimes I'm like, fucking go back. Go back.
Yeah, exactly.
What kind of guys do you like?
I like them all.
Okay.
No, I like them. I think now, because I've dealt with the assholes, specifically Sagittarius. For some reason, I've been, like, attracted to Sagittarius, and I hate them.
And you're Taurus and Sagittarius. That ain't going to work.
It's
too much fire.
It's just
fire,
too much. So, now I like the sweethearts. Like, you know, I want you to be charismatic and just, you know, just make me feel good about myself. And
you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like men forget. Like, that's the one thing sometimes we just want is just I just want to hear you call me, like, as dumb as it sounds, like when a guy says you're beautiful or good morning beautiful, that is so much more than like, hey babe, what's up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's nice to, like, take that extra step.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes. Now I get over the good morning beautifuls. I'm like, you got me in a rotation. I need you to
Well, yeah. In the beginning of that, I love the ones that do the good morning beautifuls. Right. I'm like, fuck boy. If you are hitting every day,
exactly.
If you hitting every day, every
hitting
morning,
everybody with that.
Yeah, you waiting for who's gonna come through.
Give me something else, some mamas.
Yeah,
good morning, mamas. Something. I don't know. Make it different. Make it spicy.
That's true. That's true. Give me some spice.
Right.
Well, it was so great having you on the show today. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
We'll definitely have you back. And tell them again where they can hear your podcast.
So you can hear my podcast, The Queen Pin. That's Pin, P-I-N, for people who might be confused. You can hear it's on Spotify, Apple Podcast. The Good News Radio is where it's live. So if you download the app, you can hear it live Thursdays. Every Thursday, 6:30 p.m. You can also follow me at thequeenpin.pod on Instagram or Briyanna.B, and that's Briyanna with an I and a Y and 2 N's.
Awesome. Well, make sure to follow her, guys, and listen to her podcast because, you know, we support our Pussy Tribe ladies here. PooseBoss is not about one pussy, but us all. So until next time, this is your girl, Victoria Lynn, and remember to keep patting that puss.